There's something almost poetic about the way we step into work every morning. The quiet elevator ride, the hum of computers waking up, the soft clatter of mugs being filled with coffee. And right in the middle of all that, there's us, trying to sound confident, professional, calm. But the truth is, no matter how prepared we are, work has a way of exposing the smallest parts of who we are. Our nerves, our doubts, and especially our words. Because sometimes the hardest part of work is finding the right words. It's strange, isn't it? You can be brilliant at what you do, organized, dedicated, full of ideas. But the moment someone turns to you and says, "Hey, can you explain this quickly?" Your mind freezes for just a second. You feel your heartbeat rise. You wonder if your accent will betray your nerves, if your sentence will come out a little messy, if you'll accidentally create a moment that's unintentionally funny. And yet, this is the most human part of work. These tiny stumbles, these awkward pauses, these moments where the English you practiced in your head doesn't sound exactly the same when it comes out. Today, Marcus and I want to walk through those real conversations, the ones that make you laugh, the ones that make you nervous, and the ones that slowly teach you that your voice belongs in a room.
Olivia, I need to confess something. At work, I keep pretending I understand things I actually don't. And every time I do that, I feel like I'm digging my own professional grave.
Pretending to understand is a universal skill, but also a universal trap. What usually happens?
Someone says, "Hey Marcus, can you handle this?" And I say, "Sure, yeah, absolutely." Then I walk back to my desk, sit down, and ask myself, what exactly did I just agree to?
That's more common than you think. What words do you usually use when you wish you could ask for help?
I mean, I want to say things like, "Can you repeat that?" Or, "Can you show me?" But I panic. It's like my brain goes into airplane mode.
Let's bring it back. Say it to me now. Naturally.
Okay, hey Olivia, I didn't fully catch that. Could you explain it again? That actually felt peaceful.
Good. That's the tone you want. Calm and honest. Try another version.
Sorry, I might have misunderstood. What did you mean by that part? This one feels more professional somehow.
It's polite, clear, and human. Now, tell me about the funniest misunderstanding you've had.
Oh God. Okay, last month someone asked me, "Can you take the lead on this?" And I thought they said, "Can you take the lid off this?" So I took the lid off a container and handed it to them. The silence, Olivia, the silence was painful.
That must have been quite a moment.
The worst part? They didn't even laugh. They just stared like I had revealed my true form as an alien.
And what did you do?
I said, "I think we're talking about different lids." They still didn't laugh. I'm telling you, sometimes I think corporate America has forgotten the meaning of humor.
Workplaces can be serious, yes, but English offers ways to recover gracefully. How would you fix it now?
Maybe I'd say, "Oh, I misheard you. You meant lead, right? Got it." Short, clean, less alien-like.
Perfect. Now, how about when you really don't get something? What do you usually do?
I nod. I smile. I pray. I write random words on a notepad hoping future me will understand.
And does future you understand?
Absolutely not. Future me hates past me with passion.
Then let's practice honesty. Try. I want to make sure I understand. Do you mean? It shows confidence and responsibility.
I want to make sure I understand. Do you mean the first option or the second one? That sounds like someone who has his life together.
You do have your life together. You just need the right phrases. Tell me, how do you handle quick conversations in the office? Small talk?
Terribly. My coworkers always do this thing. They pass by my desk and say, "Morning. How's everything?" And I panic because they don't actually want the truth. They don't want, "Well, my back hurts, my coffee's cold, and my soul is fragile."
Try something simple, something light. How's everything? Oh, good, thanks. You?
That's it? But I always feel like I need to say more.
You don't. In English, less can feel natural.
All good, thanks. Hope your day's going well. Is that too sweet?
No, it's warm.
What about when people talk too fast? Like, "Hey, I need this update by 5, okay, thanks, bye." That's basically a threat, right?
It can feel like one, but you can still control your part. Try, sure. Just to confirm, you need it by 5, right?
Just to confirm, that feels powerful. Like I suddenly have boundaries.
Language creates boundaries beautifully.
Another situation, meetings. If someone asks, "Any thoughts, Marcus?" I feel like jumping out of the nearest window.
What would you like to say in those moments?
I have thoughts, but none of them are ready for public consumption.
Try. I'm thinking about it. Could I share my thoughts in a moment?
Oh, that's elegant. And it buys time. My favorite thing in life.
Exactly. Let's practice real workplace scenarios. I'll be your coworker. Ready? Hey, Marcus. Could you send me that file when you get a chance?
Sure. Do you need it right away, or is later okay?
Perfect balance. Next one. Marcus, can you explain your plan for this task?
Let me walk you through it briefly. I sound like an adult.
You are an adult.
Debatable, but continue.
Marcus, I think something went wrong with the report.
Thanks for letting me know. Can you show me which part you mean? That felt responsible. I'm proud of myself.
You should be. Now a difficult one. Marcus, did you understand the update?
No, but I would say, I caught most of it, but could you clarify the last part for me?
Excellent. Clear and confident.
Olivia, why does English at work feel like a performance?
Because work is where people measure each other, and language becomes part of that measurement. But you're learning to use English with honesty, not fear.
I want to reach that place where English feels natural. Not something I have to fight with.
You're already walking toward it. One honest sentence at a time.
One sentence at a time, I like that.
Tell me one more thing. What do you wish you could say at work, but never do?
Honestly, I'm trying my best, even when it doesn't look perfect. But I don't think people talk like that in offices.
Maybe not out loud, but everyone feels it. And now, you're learning the language to express it gracefully.
Thanks, Olivia. Every time we talk, English feels lighter.
That's the point of language, to lighten what feels heavy.
And it's working. Maybe I'll even survive my next meeting.
You will, and you'll speak with clarity and a little humor.
Humor is mandatory. It's the only thing holding me together.
Then let's use it wisely at work and in English. Work conversations have a particular kind of weight, not because the words are complicated, but because we're afraid of what those words might reveal about us. Every workplace has its rhythm, its inside jokes, its unwritten rules. And when you're speaking in a second language, it can feel as if everyone else received a manual you never got. That's where the anxiety comes from, not from English itself, but from wanting to belong. It's the fear of sounding unprepared, the fear of not understanding fast enough, the fear of being judged for a sentence that came out a little imperfect. But here's the quiet truth. Most people forget to tell you. Belonging is not built through perfect English. It's built through honest English. When someone at work says, "Does that make sense?" you don't need to nod and pretend. You can say, softly but confidently, "I think so, but could you show me that last part again?" This doesn't make you look weak. It makes you look human. And clarity is a form of professionalism too. If someone explains something too quickly, you can breathe and say, "Just to be sure, you need it today, right?" As simple as it seems, this kind of sentence tells the other person, "I care enough to get this right." Even small talk, those tiny exchanges near the coffee machine, has a purpose. It creates connection. A simple morning, "Hope your day is going well," opens a door. You don't need to tell your life story. You just need to show presence. And presence is powerful. The more honest your English becomes, the more your workplace stops feeling like a battlefield and starts feeling like a place where your voice fits, even when it trembles. Especially when it trembles. Because confidence doesn't start when you're fluent. Confidence starts when you speak anyway.
Olivia, I tried using some of the phrases we practiced, and something unexpected happened.
Unexpected in a good way, I hope.
In a surprisingly good way. I asked a coworker, "Could you clarify the last part for me?" And instead of looking annoyed, she said, "Of course, thanks for asking." I swear, Olivia, for a moment I felt like I had unlocked a secret level of adulthood.
See, clarity isn't a weakness. It's confidence in disguise.
Then something else happened. My manager asked, "Any updates on the project?" Normally I panic, the classic freeze and smile routine. But this time I took a breath and said, "Yes, I have an update. Let me walk you through it briefly." The words came out cleaner than I expected.
That's progress. Calm, direct, grounded.
But then life humbled me. I had a conversation with another colleague, Kevin. Fastest speaker in the Western Hemisphere. He asked me something like, "Hey, could you check that thing before lunch, thanks, bye." And my soul left my body.
And what did you do?
I said, "Sure, just to confirm, which file do you need before lunch?" He blinked twice, like I had broken some code, and then he actually slowed down. It worked. Olivia, I made the man slow down.
That happens when you set the pace. Your English shapes the speed of the room more than you think.
Later, I had to ask for feedback. Nothing terrifies me more than asking for feedback.
Why does it terrify you?
Because in my head, "Can I get some feedback?" translates to, "Please tell me everything that's wrong with me as a human being." But I tried to keep it simple. I said, "Do you have a moment to tell me what you thought of my part?" And it worked. My coworker actually said, "Sure, and honestly, you did great."
Asking for feedback is asking for connection. You opened a door and someone stepped through.
Then there was a meeting. The meeting. The one where someone always says, "Marcus, any thoughts?" I used to freeze so hard I could have been displayed in a museum.
And this time?
This time I said, "I'm thinking about it. Could I share my thoughts in a moment?" Olivia, they nodded. They nodded and moved on. It felt like magic.
That's not magic. That's presence. You're learning to hold your space.
I also tried being more honest when someone explained something too quickly. I said, "I caught most of it, but could you repeat the last part a bit slower?" My heart was beating like crazy, but he actually repeated it slower and looked grateful. I asked.
People appreciate being understood. Your honesty helps them communicate better too.
There was one last moment. The moment that surprised even me. A new coworker joined our team. She seemed nervous, kind of how I felt months ago. She asked me a question and looked embarrassed, like she thought she sounded silly. And without thinking, I said, "No worries, I can walk you through it if you want." I became you. I became Olivia.
You became someone who knows how to make space for another person's voice. That's what language is for.
And for the first time ever, English at work didn't feel like a test. It felt normal, human, almost light.
That's because you're not performing anymore. You're communicating.
I still make mistakes.
Of course you do. Everyone does. Mistakes are part of the rhythm. They make conversations real.
You know the funniest part? At the end of the day, my manager said, "Great work today, Marcus. You were really clear. No one has ever called my English clear before."
And how did that make you feel?
Like I belonged. Like English wasn't something I was borrowing, but something I was slowly making mine.
That's the beginning of confidence, when the language stops being a barrier and becomes a bridge.
The bridge, I like that. I still get nervous. I still rehearse sentences in my mind. But for the first time, I'm not scared of conversations. I'm curious about them.
That curiosity is growth. It's the moment you realize your voice can move through the world with softness and strength at the same time.
Softness and strength. That's exactly how I want to speak.
And you're already speaking that way.
Thank you, Olivia.
Don't thank me. Thank yourself for showing up, for trying, for speaking even when your voice shakes. That's where real fluency begins. Work has a way of revealing who we are, not just through what we produce, but through the words we choose, the pauses we take, and the courage it takes to speak even when we feel unsure. And sometimes the moments we fear the most become the ones we laugh about later. That laughter matters. It softens the edges. It reminds you that language isn't about perfection, it's about presence. When you speak English at work, you're not only communicating tasks or solving problems. You're building trust. You're showing honesty. You're letting people see the real you, the one who tries, who listens, who learns. And that vulnerability, far from being a weakness, is one of the strongest things you can offer. If today's conversation helped you breathe a little deeper or made English feel a little lighter, I hope you stay with us. There's another story, another lesson waiting for you right here, and it's appearing on your screen now. If you enjoyed this moment between us, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep learning with us, softly, slowly, and with a bit of laughter along the way.